Today what we're gonna be doing is make restaurant quality fried rice. So first things first, we're gonna start getting our protein ready. Now today, what we're gonna be using is Capital ham sausage. We've got about a quarter of the sausage here, and we can always add more if we need more. I'm just cooking for 2 people today, for myself and Nick. Why don't you say hi, Nick?
Hello.
All right, the first thing you'll want to do is cut the sausage into nice bite-sized pieces.
We're gonna take a pan, we're gonna turn the heat to about medium-low.
Go ahead and add the ham sausage to the pan and let it cook for a few minutes until these brown bits start to form. If you really want to supercharge the browning process on your sausage, then go ahead and add a drop of olive oil to the pan. Once things are brown to your liking, grab a bit of your favorite honey and give it a light drizzle.
In total, I used maybe a tablespoon. Not even a tablespoon of honey.
Now you'll want to add a small amount of low sodium soya sauce to finish off the sausage. Now I like to add a few drops to the back of the pan so I can see exactly how much I'm putting in. Let it bubble up for a second and then toss the sausage in the sauce.
Woo! And now optionally, if you like a little bit of heat like I do, you want to just go in with a little bit of sriracha on the meat. We're gonna give that a nice toss as well. Oh, up the nose. And that's what we're after. Look at that. Amazing. It's almost candied.
Take your pan off the heat and set the sausage aside for now. We're gonna deglaze the pan with a splash of water so we can bring up all of those brown bits that are stuck to the pan.
Literally just that much. See the color? See what happens to the water? It might get a little dark because of the soy sauce, but as long as it's not black or burnt smelling, you're good.
Show off to your friends and family by cracking an egg with one hand and then freak out a little on the inside when you don't get egg bits everywhere.
No one taught me how to do that. If I'm being honest, it's the first time that's ever worked, one-handed. So we're just gonna scramble this egg right in here. Now, this is really important. So I cooked this rice ahead of time. I actually cooked this rice 2 nights ago, but 1 night is just fine. There's a change in the texture if you let it sit overnight. You can see right here how none of the rice is really clumping up into these huge pieces. That's how you know you've got the right texture. So I'm just gonna go in with my hand, make sure your hands are washed, make sure you got clean hands here, especially if you're cooking for other people. And I'm gonna go for about, I think this much rice today, okay? Now this is seasoned rice, and I'm gonna show you in a minute how I make this rice. We're really just heating the rice up. We're okay to throw the meat back in, but what I've got here is I've got some frozen peas and corn. I've just had it sitting on the counter here for maybe 20 minutes thawing, and we're just gonna throw that in.
Now give everything a toss until the veggies you've added are no longer cold or frozen, and then finish the rice off with a few drops of sesame oil.
The reason you wanna add it at the end is because it burns a little bit easily for an oil. And the only reason that we're really using it is for the scent. It gives an amazing fragrance, and this is the thing that's gonna make it smell like it came from a restaurant, okay? And pardon the mess, I got just a little bit too much rice in the pan here, but oh yeah. I like to garnish this with a bit of green onion. Make sure to keep your pinkies out. Okay, and that should be plenty. We're just gonna take some of this and drop that right on top. Perfect. And the smell is incredible, and it's gonna taste even better. The real secret is in the texture of the rice, and you're not gonna beat this texture, trust me. That's just like takeout. Oh yeah. I love fried rice so much. But you know what I love more than fried rice? Is reading your comments. Please. I love reading them, I love getting in there. I love reading all your well wishes for me and Nono and the Capital crew. And how about some love for Nick? If you made it this far in the video, why don't we give some love to Nick, the camera guy? You wanna give a wave? I know they saw you a second ago, but there he is. He's working hard out here. Look at him with the rig and everything. So now that we've made the fried rice, I'm gonna show you how I made the rice in the first place.
Making rice is not as complicated as some people make it out to be, and I'm about to share with you my foolproof method for cooking rice without a rice cooker. I've measured out 2 cups of my favorite Thai jasmine rice, and now we're gonna wash it in cold water. I like to make a claw shape with my hand and whisk the rice around a little until the water gets cloudy.
So look how cloudy that is. We're gonna repeat this process until that water runs clear. The ratio that I found that's perfect for making the best textured rice is 1.5 cups of liquid to 1 cup of rice. So I'm gonna be making 2 cups of rice today, so I'm gonna be using 3 cups of liquid. You can scale that to whatever your proportions are. Now, I'm using broth instead of water because it tastes better. Why would you use water when you could use chicken broth
Or any type of broth.
and get all that delicious flavor directly into the rice? So that's what we're gonna do today. Put our rice over the heat, okay? And then we're just going to add our chicken broth to the rice. We just wanna cover it. We're just gonna give this a light stir just to make sure that none of the rice is clumped together and we got that broth in between it all. And we're gonna let that go until it comes up to a boil. And once it does, we're gonna drop the heat all the way down, put the lid on it, and we're gonna leave it. If you take the lid off early, you're gonna lose a lot of that steam. So you wanna really keep this on until you're sure it's done. And I know you guys are gonna be making fun of me in the comments for how much I like to use sriracha, but I really, really just love what it does to the food I eat, and so why wouldn't I use it, right? If you don't like sriracha or hot sauce or spicy things or garlic or any of that, don't use it. It's no problem at all, as long as you're enjoying the food that you're eating. Okay, so it's been about 12 minutes or so, and we're gonna take a peek. I haven't looked at this rice yet, so hopefully it's perfect. Let's take a look. And there we go, perfect rice. We're just gonna come in with a fork, and we're gonna fluff that up a little bit. This can come off the heat even. Look at that, perfectly cooked, beautiful, fluffy, delicious rice. So I wanna thank everyone for tuning in today for Capital Kitchen. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. If you did, you can leave a like on the video, leave a comment. I'd love to read your comments and see how this dish worked for you. If you guys made it at home, send us some photos, anything you want, I'd love to see it. And I hope you all have a great day. Take it easy. And we'll do this outro thing again, and we'll elevator this time. Did I make it out of the shot?